And we back. And we back. And we back. And we back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sana IE. I'm your host, XO. If it's your first time listening, welcome to Sana IE. Sana IE is a brain health platform to really help you understand your brain health more. Understand the things that you went through in life, and the things that you went through in your childhood, as well as any trauma that you face. So we try to cover every topic with different episodes discussing different things when it comes to your brain health. But I just want to thank you for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for everybody that's been supporting the show, that's listening to the show, that's been taking time out their days to really listen to Sanai, give feedback on Sanai, as well as making their contributions when it comes to Sanai. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for everything. I hope you guys have a great day and really spend time and be present with your family, as well as eat and give. It's all about give too. You can give thanks, but as well as give to people, those who do not have it. And we know probably a few homeless people or less fortunate people that don't have it. And today, every day you should always give back, but today is like just that meaningful day to give when you can. But with that being said, let me kick off the show with some quotes of the day. And my first quote is, "It's better to be single with high standards than in a relationship settling for less." It's better to be single with high standards than in a relationship settling for less. Are you in a relationship right now where you feel like you're settling because your standards are so high, or you have high standards? And if that's the case, you should let it go. I know you're like, nah, I love my history here and all this stuff, but it's like you basically settled because you thought you couldn't get what you wanted. And that's what we do in life. We like to settle because we think we can't attain or get our higher standards, our ultimate goal, or the things that we want in life. So we'll settle for something less. But once you start settling for less when it comes to relationships, you start settling for less when it comes to jobs, you start settling for less when it comes to anything in life. And it's like you have to teach yourself that now I have to keep my high standards, strive for greatness, strive for the best things, because everything is attainable. But I just have to change my mindset to know I can have that. If you have high standards when it comes to being in a relationship or for your other partner, don't settle for less than what you want. And once again, that quote is, "It's better to be single with high standards than in a relationship settling for less." My second quote is, "While one person hesitates because he feels inferior, the other is busy making mistakes and becoming superior." I discussed this earlier this week. If you're not following us on TikTok, follow us on TikTok at Sanai. Greatly appreciate it. I'll follow back. But I discussed this week, not in this really form, but hesitant. You're being hesitant because you feel like you're not ready. You're like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm waiting for this perfect moment. I'm waiting for this to happen. I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for all the stars to align. But it's like, while you're waiting, somebody else in your field is busy getting that work done, making mistakes, and learning as they go. So the more you're hesitant, the more you're holding yourself back, delaying time, while somebody else is creating and staying busy and really focusing on getting that work done. So it's like you can be hesitant or you can be busy making mistakes and learning from your mistakes to become superior. Hesitancy holds you back, delays time, wastes time. So don't be hesitant when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to anything that you want to attain in life. Because while you're being hesitant, there's somebody else out there that has less talents than you, but is consistently making that work, putting that work in, making mistakes and learning from the mistakes so they can grow. But once again, that quote is, "While one person hesitates because he feels inferior, the other is busy making mistakes and becoming superior." And with this episode, in honor of Thanksgiving, it's just going to be an episode discussing relationships, checking in with the relationships, whether it's the people in your life, your significant other, or any partnerships, anything of that nature. It's really having that check-in, asking those questions that you may need to ask, or they need to ask you, or just having that conversation with each other. Like, hey, I got some questions I want to ask you, and I want you to ask me as well. So with that being said, Let me give y'all a brief break and we're going to hop right into these segments. Thank y'all for tuning in to Sana E. Has this ever happened to you? You've been traveling nonstop. You get to your final destination and you get hit with the worst news. We can't find your luggage. And now you're thinking to yourself, how did y'all lose my luggage? Y'all have one job and have one system to where everything should be processed and my luggage should not be lost. And I'm grateful that this hasn't happened to me simply because I use this one technique that really helps out when I go to traveling, when I'm traveling different destinations. So I can always keep track of my luggage. I use Apple AirTag. And Apple AirTag is like, I want to say a locating device to where you can always track your luggage anywhere you are. You download the app, you put the Apple AirTag in your luggage, and you'll always be able to find your luggage no matter where it's at. You don't have to encounter these problems to where you're like, oh, I lost my luggage. I don't have no way of finding it. Well, now you do. And to use the Apple AirTag, we have the link in our show notes. You can click that link and really buy an Apple AirTag for yourself. So anytime you travel, you don't have to worry about losing your luggage. All right, let's get back to the show. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back. Relationship check-in. How's your relationship been? Like so far, we in November. I know it's Thanksgiving, and relationships come, relationships go. But how have your long-term relationships been? Well, this is right here. This segment is just a relationship check-in. And the first question that I would ask, or you can ask, is how connected are you feeling in the relationship? Are you feeling like you're connected with that person? Do you feel like you guys have a connection? Do you feel like you guys' connection dissolved over time? Do you feel like you can rekindle that connection? How connected are you feeling in this relationship? I'm really taking the time to think like, do I feel connected? Did I lose connection? Or is it possible for us to regain that connection? And really asking yourself. Something else you may ask is there something you need from your partner to regain this connection? What about, have you been making your contributions to relationship yourself? And really asking this gets the mind thinking like, have I been making my contributions? What do I need from my partner to feel connected in this relationship? And number two, is there anything that stops you from doing, is anything they've stopped doing that you miss? Like, oh, they used to always bring me flowers every Monday, or she always used to cook dinner for me at night. Is there something that they stopped doing that you miss? Or is there something you stopped doing that they miss as well? Number three, do y'all have enough quality time with each other? Do y'all have weekly date nights? Do y'all have time where y'all can sit and talk to each other and see how each other's been doing, see how each other's week's been? Do y'all have time to vent with each other? Do y'all have time just to be in each other's presence? Or it's just you and her, or you and him? Whatever it may be. Do y'all have that quality time for each other? Even if you have kids too, you still need that time where you have them weekly date nights. And I recommend setting out, if you don't do it already, set out one day a week where you have that date night with your partner, where y'all can just talk, have no phones, nothing like that. Y'all just enjoying each other's conversation, enjoying some good food, and just having good talks and really talking about your future and making sure you guys are on the right track to where you guys want to go. What about number four? Is there anything you can do to make their life easier, or is there anything they can do to make your life easier? If you've been like, oh, I've been doing a lot with the kids, or I've been constantly grinding, it'd be help if they did this. Voice how you feel. Have them conversations. Have them times where, hey, babe, I want to sit down and have a conversation with you. Life's been tough lately, but I've been thinking about some things that how you can make my life easier, and I want to know, how can I make your life easier as well? Number five, is there anything that they're doing that's been annoying? You're like, oh, they chew their food so loud, or they freaking sleep with their socks on, or they leave the toilet seat up, like things like that. Is there something that they've been doing that's been annoying to you? and you like just keeping it in, like, oh, I don't want to say nothing, I don't want to cause no friction, but it's like, you got to let them know. That's how you guys grow closer. That's how they know, because they don't know. They can't read your mind. What about you? Have you been doing something that's been annoying them that you don't really know, you don't think is annoying, but you feel the energy shift every time you do it? Really check in, ask the question. Number 6, is there anything you feel that they've been taking for granted lately? You're like, oh, they don't check in with me, they don't ask me how my day was, or they don't sit with me, they're always on their phone when I'm trying to talk to them. Like, is there anything that you feel they've been taking for granted? Number 7, do you feel loved? Do you feel loved in a relationship? It's different than loving somebody and feeling that love and expressing that love. And when it comes to feeling love in the relationship, it may come down to maybe they're not fulfilling your love language, or maybe they don't know your love language, or maybe you don't know your love language, so you don't know how to tell them, this is the way I want to be loved, or I need to be loved. Really understanding yourself and understanding your love languages, and understanding, like, maybe you're a person that loves words of affirmation, or maybe acts of service. Depends on what your love language is. That's how you feel love within the relationship. Number 8, how could we have more fun together? How could y'all have more fun together? Setting those on those date nights. Maybe like, all right, we're going to movies one day. Next week you might go to a comedy show, or the next week after that you may go to take a trip somewhere. Take a weekend away where you just get away and just like, oh, maybe we're going to freaking Hawaii for the weekend. How could y'all have more fun together? Have those conversations, because they may be thinking like, man, I was thinking the same thing. We could do this. And really coming together and brainstorming like, oh, this is how we can have more fun together. And that's how you plan out your date nights. Number 9, how healthy do you feel our relationship is? And number 10, is there anything you want us to work on? Those 10 relationship check-in questions are perfect, and they get the mind working, as well as understanding how you guys can get more connected, feel each other, and understand what your love languages are if you don't know them, as well as learn how can you guys get more connected, how you feel more love, how do you have more fun together, and really having that conversation. You'll be surprised with the answers you guys come up with. But I'm gonna give y'all a brief break, and I'm gonna hop into the next segment. And this segment may hit you too, where it's like, maybe are you sabotaging your relationships? I'm gonna give y'all a brief break, and we're gonna hop right back into the show. Thank y'all for tuning in to Sauna IE. With the holiday season approaching, I know how it is. You're trying to think, what gift should I get for my family, my friends, my significant other? Well, something that I recently purchased, which I'm extremely in love with, that really helps me when I'm in the gym working out or just doing everyday tasks, would be the Dre Beats. And I love the Dre Beats Studio headphones. They help me, like I said, when I'm working out, I'll tune out everything else, all the noise in the gym, and just be totally focused on my workouts. The music is nice, crystal clear, pristine, and they're sweat resistant, and they fit perfectly in your ear. You don't even feel them in your ear. If you need something to purchase this year for your significant other, even for yourself if you need them, check out the link in our show notes, and it'll take you directly to the Dre Beats Studio earbuds. Let's get back to the show. And we back. So, are you sabotaging your relationship? I know the first segment we discussed relationship check-in, but I decided to let me flip the coin and see, maybe you might be sabotaging relationships. And number 1, maybe you're actively looking for flaws in order to distance yourself. Are you constantly looking for them to fuck up on something, excuse my language, or mess up? Are you constantly looking for them, seeing what they're doing bad, constantly looking at the negatives or the negatives traits that they have, looking for those flaws instead of just embracing them for who they are? What about number 2? Not always being honest. Not being honest. And it's easier to lie to tell the truth. We all know that, but not being honest in relationships, that's a way to sabotage relationships. Always be honest with your partner, with the one you love. It's like, you guys are there together. You guys like two peas in a pod. So it's like understanding that I always have to be honest and upfront with my partner, even if it may hurt their feelings occasionally. But not being honest is a way to sabotage a relationship. What about number 3? Setting unrealistic expectations. Are you doing that? Setting unrealistic expectations for your relationship? Really examine and know. What about number 4? Giving the silent treatment. Whenever they ask you a question, whenever you get into an argument, you just go up in the shell, keep to yourself, and not give them no feedback, no communication. That's like sabotaging a relationship because you don't want to open up about what you feel or how you feeling, and you just want to keep to yourself. And giving them that silent treatment is low-key childish. What about number 5? Always looking for an exit strategy. Are you always looking for a way out? They do something wrong, you're like, oh man, I want to end this relationship, or you want to get out, or you know that in a relationship, you're going to have the honeymoon phase, but once the honeymoon phase passes, you got to do some work. You have to be like, okay, I have to put some work in for this to be sustained. And that's going to be in any relationship you get in. It's always going to be the honeymoon phase, and then it's going to be the phase that, all right, now I got to work. Now I got to put the work in to uplift this and make this and sustain this. What's a sabotaging a relationship just because something ain't working out? Are you always looking for an exit strategy? It's like you're looking for an exit strategy and going through the same cycles in the next relationship. What about number 6? Sending mixed signals. Have you been sending mixed signals lately? Or have you done it in a previous relationship? What about number 7? Repeating the same patterns and expecting different results. That's a madman right there. Repeating the same patterns and expecting different results. It's not going to happen. You can't bring the old habits into new relationships. That's been my theme of the month. Old habits in new environments. You can't literally do that. Anything you do in life, you can't bring who you were into who you're becoming or who you are now. You have to take the bits and pieces, the good lessons, but bring them forward. But you can't bring the old bad habits, the old bad patterns into a new relationship and expect different results. What about number 8? You're projecting our insecurities. Are you insecure about yourself? What are you insecure about? And do you project those insecurities onto your partner? Have that conversation. What about number 9? I feel like number 9, of course, we know this is going to be a sabotage. Cheating. Number 10, avoiding issues and conflict. Avoiding issues and conflict is how is detrimental to a relationship, because those issues and conflict build the relationship up. It strengthens the relationship knowing that, okay, we can get through the little rough patches, because at the end of the day, our love is bigger than what we're going through. What about number 11? Romanticizing previous partners and comparing everyone to them. This right here would be a pet peeve, grind my gears. It's like, why are you romanticizing previous partners and comparing them to your current partner? That doesn't make no sense. That doesn't help the relationship. That's like sabotaging the relationship instantly. But at the end of the day, most of us want healthy and loving relationships, but sometimes we intentionally and unintentionally do things to sabotage our relationships. So ask yourself, do you do any of these to sabotage a relationship, or have you done it in the past? I want to know. Hit me up, sanai.com or Sanai on any social media platform. DM us and let me know. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the show. Happy Thanksgiving once again. I know Black Friday's tomorrow. Y'all know I got a deal for y'all. At midnight tomorrow, whatever Black Friday starts, we're having 45% off your next purchase. Use Sanai for your discount code and it'll pop in just like that. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you have a great day. Be present with your family. Enjoy the memories. Enjoy the time. Let me leave y'all with this. Good things don't come to those who wait. Good things come to those who pursue the goals and dreams they believe in. Have a good weekend. Be safe. And we out.